Jumping center for Murray High will be big James Foster, number 5, the postman. And for Fulton County will be their equally big center, Kirk Barnett. So this should be quite a matchup inside with Barnett and the excellent forward tandem of Elam and Warren for Fulton County, the big threesome of Allen, Curtis, and Foster for Murray High. The tip is controlled to Murray High. Allen running baseline, drops it up and in. It's good for Chris Allen, and Murray High stakes an early 2-0 lead. Fulton County going right to left on your radio dial. Ball in the hands of Brad Carlton. He puts up a long 3. It's no good. Rebound coming down to number 32, Mansell Elam. He misses the shot. Number 10 grabs the rebound. That's Brad Carlton. He puts it in following his miss. Fulton County knocks it at 2 each. Murray High going left to right on your dial. James Curtis brings the ball across half court now for the Tigers. Ready to meet him up top is Anthony Smith, number 11. Fulton County opens up in a 1-2-2 zone. Meanwhile, a steal by Smith. He drives the length of the court, and it's blocked by James Foster. However, they call a push against James Curtis right before the block as Curtis got Smith as he charged towards the hoop. That'll be the first foul on Curtis, first foul of the game for either team. Triggered inbounds will be Kurt Barnett for Fulton County underneath their own goal. He gets in the hands of Smith. Smith takes a 3 from the far sideline. It just missed. Bounced around the rim and fell out. Rebound pulled down by Foster. Curtis gets it to Allen. Allen standing in the near sideline. Thinks about it 3. Gets it back into the hands of Curtis. Curtis fires a cross-court pass to Cahoon. Fakes out his defender Smith. This Smith reaches around and steals the ball. Back the other way for Fulton County. Goes Smith, but Jeremiah Raven intercepts the pass for Murray High and gets it to Chris Allen. He takes a long 3 just off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Anthony Smith for Fulton County. He crosses the timeline. He's being guarded by Curtis. Smith gets it in the hands of Carlton. Carlton throws it around to Mansell Elam. Elam gets it back in the hands of Smith. Smith, a little double dribble move through the lane, turns the ball over to Murray High School. Early on, it's 2-2 with 6:35 to go in the first quarter play. Cahoon triggers it inbounds to Curtis. Curtis walking the ball up the court, taking his time. He crosses midcourt now. Fulton County sucks back down a 2-3 zone. Murray High is going to have to bust some 3-pointers to get him out of it. Curtis staying at the top of the key, gets it over to Cahoon. Cahoon takes it out of 3, passes it down to Raven on the low post. Raven cross-court pass into the hands of Curtis. Curtis attempts a 3, but he's hacked in the act. I believe he's going to get 3 free throws. That foul's going to be against number 11, Anthony Smith. Smith's first foul of the contest. First foul for Fulton County in the game. Stepping to the line now will be James Curtis from Murray High School, the little point guard. Runs the show for the Tigers. He puts down the dribble and eyes the rim. First shot is on its way. It's no good. Long off the back of the iron. He gets 2 more since he was fouled in the 3-point attempt. He puts down the dribble on the second shot. Takes his time. Shot is airborne. It's no good as well. It bounces out. Curtis having early trouble at the line. He'll get 1 more. He approaches the line now. He's 0 for 2 from the stripe. He puts down the dribble and eyes the rim. And his third free throw is on its way. He finally got one. He hit that one. Curtis' first point of the game. Murray High leading 3-2, 6:12 to go in the first quarter of play. Smith has it on the far sideline for Fulton County. He gets it back into Carlton, stolen by Curtis. Curtis drives up and in off the glass. James Curtis with a steal. Murray High takes a 5-2 lead with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Smith dumps it down low to Mansell Elam. Elam back up top to Carlton. Carlton back in the hands of Elam. He takes a 3. He banks it in. 3-point shot is good. Fulton County is knotted this game at 5 points each. Curtis to Cahoon. Cahoon standing on the left elbow, looking down inside, gives it back up to Curtis. He has Foster in the high post. Foster being guarded by Barnett. They get it over in the hands of Chris Allen. Chris cross-court pass to Cahoon. Cahoon fakes a 3, gets in the hands of Rayburn. He'll take a 3 from the far sideline, just a little long. It comes out of the rim. Rebound comes down to Chris Allen. He takes a little 4-footer. It's no good. Rebound comes to the hands of Curtis. He puts in a shot. It's no good. Now finally Anthony Smith of Fulton County tracks down the loose ball. And he'll cross midcourt. Smith being guarded by Curtis. Now he gives it up to Carlton. Carlton passes down to Elam. Elam inside to Barnett. They're going to call a charging call against Barnett as Foster held his ground. That'll be the first foul against the big man from Fulton County. Foster established his ground and did not move. Barnett tried to muscle through him, and he's called for his first foul of the game. James Curtis has the ball from Murray High School. Murray High going left to right on his foul. He crosses midcourt. We have a game at 5-5 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Curtis thinks about a three from the top of the key. He's being guarded by Smith. He gets it in the hands of Cahoon. Cahoon almost loses it, passes it to Foster, who comes up to meet him at the left elbow. Pass inside to Rayburn, who fingertips it out to Chris Allen. He nails the three from the right elbow. Chris Allen has 5 early points. Murray High leads 8-5. Back the other way for Fulton County. As we're going to have a backcourt violation against Fulton County. That was thrown away by Brad Carlton. He tried a cross-court pass in the hands of Smith. Went off Smith's fingertips, out of bounds in the backcourt. Murray High's ball. Allen triggers it inbounds to Cahoon. Cahoon passes back to Allen. Allen will take another three. No good. Hard off the back of the rim. Rebound is ripped down by Warren from Fulton County. He gets it in the hands of Carlton, and Carlton passes low to Elam. Elam driving baseline, tries to give it up, and he's going to be called for a foul against the Murray High player. That's number 5, James Foster. That'll be Foster's first foul of the contest. Second team foul against Murray High in the first half. Triggering it inbounds for Fulton County will be number 32, Mansell Elam. Running the baseline is Chris Allen. David Cahoon takes a seat for Murray High. Checking into the game is Jason West. Ball gets into Carlton, who swings it over to Jerome Ward. He gets in the hand of Anthony Smith. He stands on the right elbow. He's being guarded by Jeremiah Rayburn. Smith now runs to the top of the perimeter and gets into the hands of Carlton. Three-pointer, no good, a little long. Long rebound comes off to Curtis, and then Curtis loses out of bounds. Fulton County's basketball. 4:02 to go in the first quarter play. Murray High leads 8-5 early on. Triggering it inbounds for Fulton County will be Anthony Smith on the far sideline. No one guarding the baseline for Murray High. He gets the ball in to Carlton. Carlton back to Smith. Three-pointer from the right elbow is long. Chris Allen jerks down the rebound and gets it ahead to James Curtis. Curtis running up the near sideline. Passes down low to Foster. Foster goes to the near sideline. Tries a three. It rims out. And the ball goes in the hoop on the putback, but I believe there's going to be a foul called against Murray High before the basket. Foul's going to be called against number 33, Chris Allen. That'll be Allen's first foul. Third team foul for Murray High School this half. That turns the ball back over to Fulton County. They trail 8-5 as Smith brings it across the timeline. He's being picked up by Curtis. He swings it back over to Carlton. Carlton walks the ball with the right elbow and gives it back to Smith. Smith dribbles the ball around to the near sideline. He loses it off his foot out of bounds. Murray High School's ball. Both teams a bit timid early going here from Murray High Gymnasium. Allen throws the ball into Curtis in the back court now as Curtis walks the ball up the court. It's Curtis, West, Allen, Foster, and Rayburn for Murray High School. Curtis swings the ball over to West. West looking down inside, walks the ball back up to the top of the key and gives it to Curtis. Curtis passes to Allen. Allen drives baseline, but we have a foul called against number 35. Kurt Barnett for Fulton County. That's Barnett's second foul of the contest. Third team foul against Fulton County in this half. Allen will toss the ball inbounds from under Murray High's own basket. Allen gets the ball into Foster on the three-point line. He's standing on the near sideline. Cross-court pass to West. West being guarded by Carlton. West swings it around to Curtis, who gives it back to Allen. Allen takes another three. No good off the front of the arm. Rebound to Foster. He puts it up and in. James Foster with his first 2 points of the game. Murray High has doubled Fulton County 10-5. 3:05 to go in the first quarter of play. Carlton brings the ball across half court and gives it up to Smith. Smith walking the ball to the far sideline, gets it in the hands of Carlton, who passes down inside to Barnett. He dribbles once, he dribbles twice, he puts it up and no good off the glass. Carlton follows with a miss from 8 feet, and Foster brings down the rebound for Murray High. It's into the hands of Curtis up ahead. Now they give it to Jason West. The ball is swatted away from West as he tried a little 5-foot shot, a thundering block against Murray High. They're also going to call a foul on the play. That foul is going to be against against a Fulton County player, as they're going to call number 33, Number 23, Jerome Warren for the foul. That will be his first foul of the half. 14 fouls against Maury High. West, who's in the active shooting, steps to the line and nails the first one. Jason West hits his first free throw. Maury High out to an 11-5 lead early on with 2:46 to go in the first quarter of play. West bends the knees and airs the second shot. It's nothing but net. He hits both of them, and Maury High leads 12-5. 2:43 to go in the first quarter. Smith brings it across the timeline for Fulton County. He's being guarded by Curtis. Curtis out on Smith. Smith walks the ball to the near sideline. Tries to get the ball down to Carlton. It's off Carlton's hands and out of bounds. And Fulton County has its first substitute of the game as Anthony Smith's going to take a seat on the bench. Coming into the game is number 44, John Chice for Fulton County. So he's in the game now as Curtis triggers the ball from the top of the perimeter into Rayburn. Rayburn drives left baseline. He has it blocked by Elam. And Chice comes down with the rebound. Up in the near court to Carlton. Carlton pulls up from 18. He hit it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. They're going to call a two-point shot, though. They say his foot was on the line. So a two-pointer for Carlton. Maury High leads 12-7. Three-pointer from West from the far sideline is no good off the back of the iron. Rebound lifted down by Barnett. Chris Allen stole it. He drives the lane. He puts it up and no good off the glass, but he's fouled as he soared towards the basket through the lane. Foul against the Fulton County defender will be number 44, Chice, who's just in the game. He's picked up his first foul. Coming into the contest now for Maury High, number 22, Ethan Crum, as Jeremiah Rayburn takes a seat on the bench. 1:57 to go in the first quarter of play. The Tigers will lead the Pilots 12-7 early on. Chris Allen steps to the line. Allen so far tonight has 5 points, including a long three-pointer from the right sideline. He bends the knees and airs out the first free throw. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Maury High has not been very swift from the line so far tonight. They've yet to sink one with the exception of West, who canned both of his. Second shot is up and good by Allen, giving him 6 points. He leads Maury High in scoring early on. They lead Fulton County 13-7 early in the first quarter of play. Jerome Warren has it on the perimeter. He pulls up from the right elbow. Missed the shot, but he's fouled. He will get 3 free throws. As Jerome Warren hits a long three-pointer, he's already canned one. That foul's going to go against number 22, Ethan Crum, for Maury High School. That'll be Crum's first foul of the half. Maury High now has 14 fouls. Warren fouled in the act of the three-point shot. He will step to the line for 3. He puts down the dribble. Jerome Warren, the senior forward for Fulton County, one of the best players in the region as regarded by many. He puts the first shot up, and nothing but net for Warren as he has 4 points early on. Fulton County pulls to within 5 at 13-8. Warren puts down the second free throw. Bends the knees. Second shot's aired out. It's good as well. Nothing but net. He has one more. 5 points for Warren. Fulton County pulling to within 4 at 13-9. This to bring Fulton County to within 3. Third shot is on its way, and it's good too. He had nothing but net on any of them. Give him 6. Give Fulton County 10 points. They trail Maury High 13-10. A minute 42 to go in the first quarter of play. West on the left elbow gives it to Allen. Allen takes a long three-pointer from the far sideline. He missed it just off the front of the iron. Allen came to shoot tonight. So far he's hit one of those threes. All of them have been right there. Meanwhile, Warren drives baseline for Fulton County. Dishes inside to Barnett. Beautiful pass for Barnett to Elam. Elam puts it up and in. Mansell Elam's first bucket of the game. Fulton County pulls within 1 at 13-12. Curtis on the far sideline gives it up to West. West stands at the top of the key. He dribbles in. He's being guarded by Warren now. He swings it over to Crum. Crum gives it to Allen at the far sideline. West swings it back to Curtis, who drives baseline, puts up a nice running one-handed shot from 3 feet. That is good. James Curtis has 5 points, and with 57 seconds to go in the first quarter, Maury High has staked a 15-12 lead. Jerome Warren bringing the ball up the court, gets it inside to Chice. Back to Warren. Warren staying at the right elbow, gives it up to Carlton. Carlton dribbles around to the far sideline and dumps it down inside to Warren. Warren fakes a 3 and gets West up in the air, but doesn't take it. Kurt Barnett gets in the high post. This shot is blocked by Foster. Excuse me. It looked like a clean block for Foster, but the official did not have the angle, so he calls the foul. James Foster with 2 early fouls for Maury High School. And if he picks up his third, expect him to ride the bench for the majority of this first half. Foster has a problem with fouls on occasion, and 2 quick fouls picked up. by number 5, the sophomore center from Murray High School. Meanwhile, Barnett steps to the line and nails the first free throw. First points on the night for Kirk Barnett. And Fulton County back to within 2 at 15-13. As this to bring them to within 1 as he slams down the dribble on the second free throw. It's airborne. It's no good off the front of the iron. Rebound comes down to Allen from Murray High School. He gives the ball to James Curtis. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Murray High leading 15-13. Curtis slowly walks the ball across the timeline. Murray High looks like they're holding it for one shot. Curtis being guarded by Warren. Dumps the ball to Crum. Crum gives it back to Curtis. Curtis still being guarded by Warren. Fulton County back in the 2-3 zone, but they're trying to trap at midcourt. They almost get the steal, but Curtis throws the ball to West on the far sideline. West gives it to Allen. Allen thinks about the shot. They're going to call him for the travel. Close call, could have gone either way. He did lift the pivot foot for just a second, and the official got it. That turnover gives the ball back to Fulton County. Coughlin gets it inbounds to Warren. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Long three from Coughlin, no good. Put up and in by Elam as the first quarter expires. Mansell Elam has 4 points, and Fulton County has tied this game at 15 up at the end of one quarter. Tracy Ross for WSJP Sports. Back into the hands of Warren. He's being guarded by Curtis. Murray High back in a 1-3-1 zone. Curtis playing the point. It's Chives cross court to Barnett. Barnett looking down inside. He's being guarded by Crum. Barnett stalks the far sideline and gets it into Barnett. Elam has the ball, and he put the shot up. It looks like he was fouled. Rather, they're going to call a foul against Chives pushing off for Fulton County. That'll be his second foul of the contest. He picks up 2 early fouls. Murray High will inbounds it under Fulton County's basket. Fulton County still stacked back in his 2-3 zone with Warren and Barnett playing the point. Ball in the hands of West on the far sideline. He gives it up to Foster in the high post. Dumps down inside to Allen. Allen with a high looping shot that's no good up in front of the rim. Ethan Crum pulls down the rebound and gives it up to Foster, who cans the 3. James Foster hits a long three-pointer. Murray High out to an 18-13 lead with 7:13 to go in the first half of play. Warren brings it across half court and throws the ball to no one. Out of bounds. That turnover gives it back to Murray High School. And Allen will trigger the ball in the backcourt into James Curtis. Checking back into the game for Murray High, Jeremiah Rayburn and Damon Cahoon as West and Crum take a seat on Kerry Miller's bench. Fulton County's been back in a 2-3 zone for the entire game. Allen and Foster have both canned 3-pointers from Murray High. Fulton still stacked back in the zone. Curtis walks the ball around to the near sideline. He's being guarded by Warren. Warren nearly steals it. Curtis gives it to Rayburn. Rayburn throws it over the head of Curtis, out of bounds. Fulton County's ball. Warren tosses him to Carlton in the backcourt. Carlton will play the point, this time down the court. Carlton being guarded by Curtis as soon as he crosses half court. He gives it down low to Elam on the baseline. Elam looking inside, thinks about the shot, gives it to Warren. He drives in, shot from 15 feet is good. Jerome Warren has 8 points here in the first half of play. Fulton County back to within 1 at 18-16. Back the other way, Foster with a cross-court pass to Cahoon. Top of the key to Rayburn. He gets it over to Curtis. He thinks about the 3. Warren picks him up. Curtis goes to the left hand and calls a timeout just as Jerome Warren is about to steal the ball. 18-17 with 6:23 to go in the first half. Tracy Ross for WSJP Sports. Brings the ball across half court as Murray High is going left to right on your radio dial. Curtis walks it to the near sideline, walks right around Warren, dumps it inside to Foster. He loses the handle. Mansell Elam picks it up, throws it ahead to Warren, and he puts it in from 2 feet. Jerome Warren has 10 points, and Fulton County's jumped out to a 19-18 lead. 6 minutes to go in the first half of play. Curtis brings it across the timeline and walking around to the left elbow. He's picked up by Carlton. He's looking down inside. Foster comes out to the high post, standing on the perimeter. Barnett has him. Cahoon gets it on the near sideline. Gives it inside to Rayburn, who passes to Allen. Allen, three-pointer from near sideline is no good. Rebound controlled to Fulton County. Mansell Elam rips it off the glass, and he gets in the hands of Jerome Warren. Warren crosses midcourt. Murray High still sunk back in the 2-2-1 zone. Carlton standing on the left elbow, looking down inside. Now gives the ball back up to Warren. Warren about 20 feet from the basket, passes it down to Chice on the baseline. He gets it down inside to Barnett. Missed the jam, but Mansell Elam put on the garbage. Elam has 6. Fulton County out to a 21-18 lead. Foster coming high post, but Curtis keeps the ball. Curtis standing in the circle just this side of midcourt. Passes down inside to Rayburn. Rayburn gets it out to Allen. Allen from 12 is good. Chris Allen has 8 points. Murray High to within 1 at 21-20. Meanwhile, Warren has the ball at the top of the key. He gives it off to Carlton. Carlton dumps it down inside to Mansell Elam. Warren, cross-court pass to Carlton. He tries to get it back inside to Chice. It's no good. Off the hands of a Murray High player. Damon Cahoon got a hand on that ball. Ball is triggered back into Warren. Warren dumps the ball down inside to Barnett. He turns around and fires a pass on the baseline. Chice puts it up and no good. They're going to call a foul against him. That's 3 against Chice. 3 fouls on number 44. As Murray High will inbounds and under Fulton County's goal. 4:38 to go in the first half of play. And James Curtis walking the ball up the court for Murray High. Fulton County still packed back in a 2-3. Curtis is flanked by Cahoon and Allen. Down inside, he gets it to Rayburn. He turns around from 3 feet. Beautiful underhanded scoop shot from Jeremiah Rayburn. His first 3 points of the night, and Murray High back on top, 22-21. Jerome Warren brings the ball up the court for Fulton County. Curtis has it. He gets the ball in the hands of Carlton. Carlton looking inside, gives it back to Warren. Three-pointer is good. He's automatic. 13 points from Jerome Warren early on in the first half of play. Fulton County regains the lead at 24-22. Curtis brings it across the timeline. He's being picked up by Carlton. Picks up his dribble and dumps it over to Cahoon. Cahoon, three-pointer from the far sideline. Bounces in, around, and out. Rebound comes down to Carlton. Throws it up ahead to Warren. Warren loses control of the ball. Now gets his composure and walks it back to the top of the key. Or Curtis sticks on him like glue. Carlton has it at the top of the key. Tries to pass it inside. Gets it to Warren. Fakes the shot. Pulls up the 12. A beautiful pass down inside to Mansell Elam. Elam has 8 points, and Fulton County's out to a 26-22 lead. It's their biggest lead of the contest. Curtis walks up the court and fires it down inside to Rayburn. He's held inside. That foul will be against Fulton County. Number 44, that's 4 on Chice. And he's going to take a seat on the bench. Checking in the game for Fulton County now is Tyrone Irvin. That'll be Irvin's first appearance in the contest. Fulton County only used 2 bench players in the game, as has Murray High. So now Irvin in the contest. Stepping the line for Murray High School is Jeremiah Rayburn. He has 2 points on the contest. Murray High is trailing Fulton County 26-22 with 3:27 to go in the first half of the play. First shot is up and no good. Excuse me, rebound comes down to Warren for Fulton County. Ball is stolen by Curtis, stolen back by Warren, and finally into the hands of Rayburn. He passes ahead to Foster, who slams it home. James Foster slams it. He took off from just inside the free throw line and put it down for the Tigers. They pulled it in 2 at 26-24. The crowd is on its feet. Carlton tries to answer with a 3. He bricks it off the front of the iron. Rebound comes down to Damon Cahoon, who gets it ahead to Curtis. Curtis over to Jeremiah Rayburn in the far corner. Rayburn takes a long 3 just off the rim. Rebound comes down to Elam. He passes up ahead to Warren. Warren slams it home with authority. Jerome Warren takes it to the hole. The crowd goes ballistic. Warren has 15 points. Oh my, what a slam. With authority from Jerome Warren. That foul against number 15, Damon Cahoon. Basket counts. He steps to the line for the 3-point play. Jerome Warren in the zone in the first half. He has 15 points. Answering Foster's slam with 1 better. Gets the slam and gets the foul. As things start to calm down a bit in Tiger Gymnasium, Warren steps to the line looking for his 16th point of the contest. Fulton County fans are on their feet. They're going nuts. The free throw is up, and it's good. Warren has 16. Fulton County out to a 29-24 lead. It's their biggest of the contest. Curtis resets the Murray offense with 2:40 to go in the first half of play. Curtis brings the ball across half court. Fulton County is now switched up to a 2-2-1 zone. They're trapping on the corners. Raymond gets the ball down inside, and he travels with it. Fulton County ball. They're rolling as Carlton will trigger the ball inbounds to Warren. Warren will run the point now for Fulton County. He's been in the zone all night. Runs right by Curtis. Beautiful pass down inside to Barnett. Barnett looking for a man. Pulls up from 12. Air ball. Rebound comes down to Rayburn, who gets it in the hands of David Cahoon. Cahoon across this court for Murray. He's fouled from behind by Jerome Warren. That'll be Warren's second foul of the contest. Early on, already 9 team fouls against Fulton County in this half. Murray High has contributed 6 of their own. Make that, 6 fouls for Murray High School. Rayburn takes a seat on the bench. Checking into the game is Ethan Crum for Murray. He's already seen action tonight. Stepping in line for the Tigers, number 15, Damon Cahoon. Cahoon is yet to score tonight. He'll get 2 free throws. A chance to bring Murray High to within 3. First shot is on its way and good. 29-25, 2:17 to go in the first half of play. He'll get another as he steps to the line. He puts down the dribble and eyes the rim. Second shot's on its way, and it's good too. Rattled it in. Give him 2. As he'll take a seat on the bench. Jason West takes Cahoon's place. Jerome Warren walking the ball up the court for Fulton County. They lead 29-26 with 2:12 to go in the first half of play. He gets the ball in the hands of Carlton. He gets it to Barnett in the high post. He swings it around to Irvin. Carlton now walks the ball back out to the top of the key. Throws it inside to Carlton, who swings it down inside to Irvin. He loses handle on the ball. James Curtis picks the ball up for Murray. Drives the length of the court. An acrobatic one-handed shot. Just misses as he falls to the floor. They don't call a foul. Meanwhile, Elam trickles it up ahead for Fulton County into the hands of Irvin. He takes a 5-footer. It's an air ball. Foster rips down the rebound from Murray High, leading the 3-on-1 break into the hands of Allen. Allen lays it up and in. Chris Allen has 10 points. Murray back within 1 at 29-28. A minute and a half to go in the first half of play as Jerome Warren walks the ball across midcourt. Murray High in a matchup zone now. Carlton swings it back to Warren. Warren back to Carlton. Takes a 3 from the far sideline. It really rattles out. Rebound is brought down, put up and in by Tyrone Irvin. As the first points of the night for Irvin. Fulton County back out on top by 3. 31-28. The ball is kicked by Carlton. Murray will trigger it back in bounds. 31-28 Fulton County leading. This has been an exciting up and down basketball game with a thundering dunk each from James Foster and Jerome Warren. West gets the ball back court into the hands of Curtis. It's Curtis, Crum, West, Allen, and Foster from Murray High School. As Curtis comes across the timeline. He gives it up to Crum. Crum back in the hands of Curtis. 54 seconds to go in the first half. Allen has it on the far sideline. Nobody is on him. He gives it back in the hands of West. Murray High looks like they may be playing for one shot. Curtis stands in the circle. The ball is right hip. Warren comes out, feigns to come up on him. Now he backs off again. Curtis still holding the ball. Down to 36 seconds to go. Allen now has it in the far corner. Allen gives it back to West. West is standing just a few feet inside from where Curtis is. Crum standing, flanking him on the right elbow. Now Foster comes high post. They give it to West. West looking around. He almost has it stolen by Carlton. Gets it back in the hand of Curtis. 18 seconds left to go as Foster now has it on the far sideline. Curtis stands in the circle, gives it up to Allen. Allen driving baseline, puts it up and in. Chris Allen has 12. Excuse me, it's a 31-30 game. Fulton County leading. And we have a traveling call against Jerome Warren. It turns the ball over to Murray High with 5 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Fulton County leading Murray High 31-30. And Murray's going to have the opportunity for one last shot. Checking into the game is Cahoon for Murray as Ethan Crum takes a seat on the bench. Cahoon standing near sideline, triggers the ball into Curtis. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, across the midcourt, into the hands of Allen. 20-footer as the buzzer fires. No good. Take a breath, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of one half of play, the Fulton County Pilots lead the Murray High School Tigers by a score of 31-30. I'm Tracy Ross. I'll be back with your first half totals in 2 minutes here with the first half of play. I'm sure more than Coach Terry Miller would like, and certainly not as many as the girls had earlier on as they turned the ball over upwards of 30 times in the contest. Anthony Smith has the ball for Fulton County. He's walking the ball around to the far court. He gets it down to Mansell Elam. Elam being double-teamed by Rayburn and Cahoon. Elam gets in the hands of Carlton. Carlton back to Elam. Elam driving baseline. Puts it up. It's blocked by Foster. Cahoon running the far sideline for Murray High. He pulls up from 3, then thinks better of it. Passes inside to Foster. Ball is stripped by Elam. Elam with a great defensive play gets into the hand of Smith. Smith going left to right on your radio dial. Gets it over to Carlton. Carlton, as Chris Allen is all over him, dumps the ball back to Anthony Smith. Smith being guarded by Curtis. He walks the ball around the top of the key. Gives it up to Carlton. Carlton takes 3 and gives it back to Smith. Smith looking down inside. Gives it up to Elam. Elam takes a long 2. It's no good from 16. Rebound comes down to Foster. He gives it up to Cahoon. It's Cahoon running the far sideline. Brings the ball across the timeline into the hands of James Curtis. Curtis tries to drive by Smith, and Smith's right on his heels. Back in the hands of Cahoon. Standing about 5 feet back from the top of the key. Cahoon over far sideline to Chris Allen. Chris Allen drives baseline. Pulls up from 10. No good. Bounces around and out. Rebound brought down by Barnett. And now into the hands of Anthony Smith. Smith to Carlton. Carlton tries to drive by Rayburn. Now pumps it back to Smith. Thinks about the 3. Drives right by Curtis. Puts it up from 11. No good. Rebound coming down to Elam. Elam pumps once. Pumps twice. Puts it up and in. Mansell Elam scores his, the first 2 points of the second half of play. And extends the Fulton County lead to 3 points at 33-30. There's 6:09 to go in the third quarter of play. Cahoon tries to pass it inside to Foster. It's stolen by Warren. Warren, beautiful no-look pass into Barnett, but he was fouled as he went towards the hoop. Warren driving the left baseline, shoveled a no-look pass into Barnett, but he was fouled by number 15, Damon Cahoon for Murray. That's Cahoon's second foul of the contest, first team foul for Murray High. Here in the second half of play. Triggering the ball inbounds for Fulton County will be Mansell Elam. Elam looking around, trying to find a man. Finally finds Warren on the perimeter. Touch pass to Anthony Smith. 3-pointer is just a little short. Elam muscles the rebound. He scoops it up and in. Elam has 2 quick baskets rather, as Fulton County leading 35-30. 5:50 to go in the third quarter of play. Curtis brings the ball across half court. Fulton County's been back in a 2-3 zone most of the game. Rayburn standing on the far sideline being guarded by Smith. Cahoon flashes towards the middle and he's fouled. Tried an outlet pass to Chris Allen. Fulton County fans on the ref as they have been all night tonight. That foul was against Kurt Barnett. That's 3 against the pivot man for Fulton County. And if he has to sit on the bench, that could be big, as Fulton County really has no one else big enough to guard James Foster. 3-pointer from Foster is an air ball. And Barnett rips down the board into the hands of Jerome Warren. Loses control momentarily, gets his composure, and gives it up to Carlton as he crosses the timeline. Carlton dribbling the ball towards the top of the key. He's being guarded by Curtis. Between the legs, he goes right by Curtis, who then steals it away from behind into the hands of Rayburn. Back to Curtis. He tries to lay it up and in. He's fouled as he went towards the hoop, though. And on the hack, he'll step to the line to shoot 2 shots. That foul is against number 11. For Fulton County, that's Anthony Smith, the little point guard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Fulton County's second foul here in the half. Curtis stepping to the line. James had 5 points in the first half. Murray High has yet to score here in the second half of play. Fulton County leads them 35-30 with 5:20 to go. First shot from Curtis is on its way, and it's good. Give Curtis 6 as Murray High pulls back to within 4 at 35-31. Curtis looks around and puts down the dribble. As he eyes the rim for his second shot. It's airborne and it's no good. Off the back of the iron, rebound to Barnett. He gives it up to Carlton, and Carlton crosses midcourt. Carlton almost gets it stolen by Curtis. Gives it up to Barnett in the high post. He takes a shot from the free throw line. No good. Rebound off the hands of David Cahoon from Murray High School. It's still Fulton County's ball as they will toss the ball in from under Murray High's basket. Warren will trigger the ball inbounds. Starting 5 still in the game for both teams. Warren standing on the near sideline, throwing it in. He gets it in to Barnett. Barnett takes one dribble, goes right by Curtis, and puts it up and in. Barnett's first bucket of the second half. Fulton County out to a 6-point lead at 37-31, matching their largest lead of the contest. James Foster standing here on the near court. Ducks inside the Raver. He blows the layup. Back the other way. Barnett gets it stolen by Foster. Foster wants to slam. He drives towards the basket. They're going to call a pushing foul against the Fulton County player. I believe that's Jerome Warren, or it could be against Mansell Elam. We call that against Mansell Elam. That'll be his first foul of the contest as Curtis, or rather Foster, drove strong towards the hoop. And Curtis, or rather Foster, got there just before Elam did. Elam called for the blocking foul. Foster stepping to the line now. He puts down the dribble, spins the ball in his hands. He's looking for his first points in the half, and no good. Missed the first one, he'll get one more. Murray High trailing by 6, 37-31. 4 is on the board, 4:43 to go. In the third quarter of play, Foster puts down the dribble on the second shot as he eyes the rim. Curtis walking back towards midcourt as the second shot is released, and it's good. He got one of them. Murray High back to within 5 at 37-32. A no call at midcourt as it looked like Cahoon had drawn a charge against Mansell Elam. Cahoon pressuring Smith in the backcourt. He gets it across half court. He gives it up to Carlton. Carlton standing at the three-point line. Tries to drive by Curtis. He grabs the ball. I believe it's going to be a reach-in foul and a hold called against James Curtis. That's Curtis's second foul of the game. Second team foul called against Murray High in the second half of play. 4:28 to go in the third quarter of play. Fulton County with a comfortable 5-point lead at 37-32. Triggering it inbounds is Carlton. He gets it into Smith. Smith being guarded by Rayburn on the far sideline. He gives it over to Elam. Elam standing in the far corner. Ducks it back to Carlton. Top of the key to Smith. They swing around to Warren here on the near sideline. He thinks about a three. Passes the ball back to Smith to the top of the key. He gives it up to Carlton. Carlton stands in the circle. Guarded by Curtis. Now into the hands of Barnett. Barnett tries to trigger it down inside to Elam. It's picked off by Foster. Foster gets the ball ahead. He's over the Cahoon. The ball flies up right at me. That ball is going to be off the hands of a Fulton County player as Barnett knocked it up in the air. Almost a turnover for Fulton County, but instead it's Murray High's ball as James Curtis walks the ball across midcourt. Fulton County still in the 2-3 zone as Rayburn stands on the far sideline. Thinks about the three. Cross-court pass to Allen. He shoots the three. Hits. No good. Rims out. Rebound coming down to Jeremiah Rayburn. And a foul on the play. I believe that's going to be against Murray High player. Indeed, that's against Rayburn. That'll be Jeremiah's first foul of the contest. The third team foul called against Murray High School in this half. Timeout called by Fulton County. I'll take a break too. Tracy Ross on the WSJP scores. 3:15 to go in the third quarter of play. Fulton County leads Murray High by a score of 37-32. Carlton gets it back court, inbounds to Warren. Warren runs past Cahoon. He crosses the timeline and dumps it to Elam. Elam driving towards the basket, puts it up from three. No good off the front of the iron. Long rebound kicked out by Foster, stolen by Warren. Warren behind the back dribble, totally loses Curtis. He nails it from 12 feet. An NBA move from Jerome Warren. He has his first 2 points in the second half, and Fulton County out to a 39-32 lead. Cahoon stands at the top of the key. He's being double-teamed now by Carlton and Warren. He gets it in the hands of Rayburn. Rayburn drives through the middle, passes down inside to Allen, who lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Chris Allen has his first 2 points in the second half, giving him 14 for the game. Murray pulls to within 5 at 39-34. He'll go to the game with a chance to complete a 3-point play. That foul was called against number 32, Mansell Elam. That'll be his second foul in the game. And the third team foul called against Fulton County in the second half of play. Allen steps to the line. He has a game-high 14 points for Murray High School, trying to add number 15, and he got it. 3-point play by Allen. Murray High pulls to within 4 at 39-35 with 3:16 to go in the third quarter of play. Carlton triggers it inbounds to Warren. Back to Carlton. He splits the defenders and passes ahead to Irvin, who's now in the game. I'd rather make that Chice. Now we have a trap down to the baseline as Elam's caught in a trap. He gives it back out to Carlton. 20-footer is no good off the back of the iron. Rebound coming down to Murray High. James Curtis has the board. Mansell Elam tries to pressure him backcourt. Then Curtis runs up the court. Beautiful pass into Foster. 5-foot shot off the glass is no good, but a pushing foul will be called against Jerome Warren of Fulton County. And Warren has just picked up his third foul of the contest. Minor foul trouble for him. That's the fourth team foul against Fulton County. Foster was hacked in the act, so he'll go to the line for the two-shot foul. James Foster on the night has 8 points, only one in this half. He'll try to nail these two free throws. And Cole Murray to within 2. First shot is on its way, and it's good. Foster has 9. Murray High trails by 3, 39-36, with 2:52 to go in the third quarter of play. Foster lays down the dribble, eyes the news, and he lifts the second shot into the air. It's good too. Murray High hanging in there, down only 2 at 39-37. Long pass ahead to Elam, fires it down inside the Barnett, and jams it home. Kurt Barnett has 4 in this half. Fulton County back out to a 41-37 lead. Fulton County takes the Dunks lead in the game, 2-1. Curtis to Foster on the far sideline. He gets him in the hands of Cahoon. Cahoon, a long 3 from the far corner. Just missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Barnett. Carlton has it. He's driving the lane. 8 feet out. He's hanging in the air. He's hacked in the act. The shot's no good. He'll step to the line for 2. That foul called against Murray High. That will be against James Curtis. That will be his second foul of the half and the third foul of the contest. Coming into the game for Murray is Jason West. David Cahoon will take a seat. So the foul trouble for Murray High School stacks up as pretty much just James Curtis, who's having the 3 fouls. Cahoon and Foster with 2 each. For Fulton County, Chice has 4. Barnett has 3, as does Jerome Boyd. First shot from Carlton is on its way, and he hit it. 5 for Carlton. Coming into the game now for Murray is Ethan Crum. Jeremiah Rayburn takes a seat on the bench. Carlton stepping in line for his second shot. He'll try to get Fulton County a 6-point lead, and he does. He ripped them both. Give Carlton 6 and give Fulton County a 43-37 lead with 2:20 to go in the third quarter of play as James Curtis walks the ball across midcourt. He passes down to Foster. Foster on the near elbow. He passes back up top to Allen, and Allen's fouled by Warren. That could be key. That's Warren's 4th foul of the contest. He has 2 in this half. Fulton County amassing their 15th foul of the half. Warren's going to have to sit for a while. That's big. Jerome Warren has been the Fulton County offense. He has 18 points in the contest. Only 2 here in this third quarter of play. Curtis gets the ball from Murray High inbounds. Passes to Allen. Allen standing on the far sideline. Thinks about the 3. Takes the 3. Nails the 3. Chris Allen with a long 3-pointer. He has 6 points in the half and 18 in the game as he's matched Warren for the game lead in points. Back the other way for Fulton County. Mansell Elam driving by Allen. Finger rolls it up and in. Beautiful play by Mansell Elam. He now becomes the focus of the Fulton County offense. He extends the lead to 5 at 45-40. Curtis right around Smith. Drives through the lane, kicks it out to West, who takes the 3 and rims in and out for Murray High. Fulton County back the other way. Mansell Elam has it at midcourt. He's being guarded by Allen. He gives it up to Smith. Smith on the far sideline gives it into Chice. Chice a long 2 is hacked in the act. That'll be his first bucket of the game. And he'll go to the line. With a chance to extend the Fulton County lead to 8. It's currently at 7 points at 47-40. That's Fulton County's biggest lead in the game. Murray High School will take a timeout. I'll take one too. Tracy Ross scored double with an opportunity for a 3-point play. He can get Fulton County a 48-40 lead. He puts down the dribble and airs out the first shot. It's on its way. It's good. Give him 3 points on the play. Fulton County extending its lead to 48-40 with a minute 28 to go in the third quarter. Checking in for Murray High School, Jeremiah Rayburn. Ethan Crum takes a seat on the bench as Curtis walks the ball up the court for Murray High. Curtis crosses the timeline. Fulton County still back in the 2-3 zone. Jason West, near court, thinks about the 3, thinks better of it, and gives it up to Curtis. Curtis being challenged at the top of the key by Smith. He dumps it down inside to Allen. He tries the reverse layup. He gets his own rebound, and he pops from 5 feet. It's no good. Rebound coming down to Barnett, who passes ahead to Carlton. Over his head and out of bounds. Murray High's ball. Turning the ball inbounds for Murray High will be Allen as he gets it into Curtis. For Murray High, it's Curtis, Allen, Foster, West, and Rayburn. As Curtis drives right by Anthony Smith, pulls up from 12 feet. He misses the shot. Rebound comes down from Barnett. He's been a board machine tonight. He gets it ahead to Carlton. Carlton splits the defenders and gives it up to Anthony Smith on the far sideline. Murray High backing off now in the 1-3-1. Carlton to Smith. Smith stands at the top of the key. Foster coming out on him. He passes in the middle to Barnett. Barnett back to Carlton. Back to Smith. Fakes the three. Drives in from 14. He hit it. Nice shot by Anthony Smith. Give him 4. Fulton County is now out to a 10-point lead at 50-40 with 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. And they're threatening to put this game out of reach. James Curtis standing at half court for Murray High. Looking down inside. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 7 as he stands in the near court. He gives it up to West. West takes a three from the top of the key. No good. Rebound Allen. He puts it up and in as the third quarter expires. Chris Allen has 20, and Murray High School is pulled to within 8 at 50-42. I'll be back in 1 minute. Tracy Ross for WSJP Sports. Ball action left. Murray High sagging back in a 1-3-1 with Curtis at the point as Carlton swings the ball over to Anthony Smith. Smith back to Carlton. Carlton drives in and gives it up to Elam on the baseline. Elam, a floating one-handed shot is no good. Rebound comes down to Curtis from Murray High. Now he gets it over to the hands of Rayburn. Rayburn back to Curtis. He charges up the court. Curtis dumps it down to West. West thinks about the three, and he travels with it. West showed the pivot foot just as he was passing the ball. That will get the ball back to Fulton County. Murray High needing a run and needing it fast as they trail by 8. These odds have been tough even since Jerome Warren, their best player, perhaps the best player in the first region, went out with his 4th foul. We'll probably be seeing him in just a few minutes. Carlton drives it from 12 and buries it. Nice shot from Brad Carlton. He has 5.5, 9 in the game. Fulton County out to a 10-point lead again. 52-42. This match is their biggest lead in the contest. And James Curtis calling the timeout for Murray High School. I'll take a break too. Tracy Ross for WS Curtis. Throws it over to West in the near court. West now passes down to Foster on the baseline. Back in the hands of Curtis. He gets in the hands of Allen. Allen standing on the far baseline. Passes to West across court down to Rayburn. Rayburn back to Allen. Allen drives in from 13. He shoots and he gets the shooter's roll after the glass. Chris Allen has been a scoring machine in the second half. He has 22 points for game-high honors. Of course, Warren's been on the bench for the majority of the second half of play. Anthony Smith has the ball at the top of the key. He's being guarded by West. He dumps it over to Carlton. Carlton feeds it to Barnett in the high post. Tries to give him go. Foster's there to guard Carlton. He tries to go around Foster. I believe we have a reach-in foul against James Foster of Murray High. Indeed we do. That'll be Foster's 3rd foul of the contest. That's the 5th Murray High team foul here in the half. 6:40 to go in the ball game, and Murray down 8, 52-44. They need a run. Elam tries to get the ball in bounds. A 5-second call as Murray High toughened up its defense. The turnover gives it back to Murray. Murray with a chance to cut the lead to either 6 or 5 if they were to hit a 3. This game's still very much in question. Curtis walking the ball up the court now. Dumps it over to West. West standing near sideline. Takes it up 3. Gives it back to Curtis. He swings around to Allen. Allen fakes the 3. Back to Curtis at the top of the key. Drives by Smith. Tries to pass it down inside to Foster. Pass is picked off by Joed Chice. Carlton walking the ball up the court now for Fulton County. He drives towards the top of the perimeter and gives it up to Smith. Smith back to Carlton. Ball is stolen by Curtis. He's driving towards the basket. They have a 2-on-1 break. He gives it up to West. West throws it in, and he's fouled. Heads up play by Jason West. He got the cross-court pass in the lane from Curtis, and he put it up and in. Tough basket made by Jason West. He'll have an opportunity for a 3-point play. Murray High is pulled back to within 6. A chance to cut it to 5. 6:07 to go in the contest. It's Smith, Carlton, Barnett, Chice, and Elam in the game for Fulton County. Curtis, Foster, Allen, Rayburn, and West for Murray. He buries the free throw. Jason West has 5 points in the game, and Murray's pulled back to within 5 at 52-47. Smith dumps the ball over to Elam. Elam playing way up on the perimeter, standing about 35 feet from the basket. And he's being double-teamed now. He almost loses it. Dumps it to Smith. He gets it back out to Carlton. Carlton driving in from 8 feet. Passes it back to Smith. He dumps it inside to Barnett. Barnett, a fadeaway 10-footer. It's good. Barnett has 6.5, 7 in the game. Fulton County extends its lead to 54-47. Foster has it on the far sideline. He fakes the three, drives right by Elam, puts it up and in. James Foster with a strong move towards the glass. He has 5.5 and 12 in the game. And Murray High's pulled back to within 5. They need a couple of defensive stops here, and they're right back into the ball game. It's Smith. A no-look pass over to Elam. Elam standing on the far sideline, dumps it back to Smith at the top of the key. Murray High is now going to man-to-man. Curtis plays off of Calkin, who dumps the ball into Chice. Chice is hanging one-handed shot in the air. It's no good. It's out of bounds. It'll be Murray High's ball. They're down 5. It's their opportunity to cut into the lead, but here comes Jerome Warren back in the game for Fulton County. Murray High will have to earn a victory if they're to get it now. Warren coming back in as Smith takes a seat on the bench. Three-pointer shot from Allen is blocked. Fulton County rips the rebound down. Jerome Warren comes across midcourt. He pulls up from 3, makes better of the shot, and gives it in the hands of Carlton. We're down to 4:40 in the contest as Carlton tries to dump it down to Barnett. Rebound fought for, controlled by Elam. He puts it up and in off the glass. A clutch rebound and bucket from Mansell Elam. Fulton County back out to a 7-point lead at 56-49. Allen driving baseline. Gets it out to West. Three-pointer from the near sideline is good. Clutch shot from Jason West. Murray High is pulled back to within 4 at 56-52. This is the closest they've been in a long time since the opening minutes of the half. Turnover from Warren into the hands of Barnett. And Barnett is fouled by Jason West. That foul against West will be his first foul. 6th team foul of the half. For Murray High, it was in the act of shooting. So stepping to the line now is the center, Kurt Barnett. Barnett with a pretty good night tonight. He has 7 points. He's in double figures in rebounds as well. Stepping to the line with 4:06 in the game. 56-52, Fulton County leads. First shot is on its way and no good off the front of the iron. Foster pulls down the rebound, then it's stolen by Mansell Elam. Elam gets it back to Jerome Warren. Warren fakes the pass inside. He's standing 30 feet from the goal. A smile crosses the face of Jeremiah Raver, who is supposed to be guarding it. He dumps it down to Elam. Back to Warren. 3-pointers on its way. It's no good off the front of the iron. We have a foul on the shot, though. I believe it's going to go against Murray High. We'll see who they call it on. That's also against West. That's West's second foul in about 20 seconds. And Murray High still within 4, but they're not giving themselves the opportunity to get in close as they keep committing fouls and giving more and more opportunities for Fulton County from the free throw line. Joe Ed Chice stepping to the line now for Fulton County. He has 3 points all in this half. His first free throw's on its way. And he got nothing but net. 4 points in the game. Fulton County back out to a 5-point lead. 57-52. It's been close throughout. Fulton County opened up a 10-point lead midway through the third quarter of play. Murray cut it to 4. It's back out to 5. After the second free throw is no good. It stands at 57-52. Fulton County with the lead. 3:43 to go in the game. Curtis brings the ball across the timeline. Fulton County back in his 2-3 zone. Allen from the far baseline. 3-pointer is good. Nothing but net for Chris Allen. His heroics continue. 25 points for Allen. And Murray High is to within 2 at 57-55. This is the closest they've been since halftime. Warren standing at the top of the perimeter. He's being guarded by Raven. Raven has a tough assignment guarding the senior guard. Warren back to Carlton. Fulton County's in no hurry now. 3:15 to go in the game. Carlton being guarded by Curtis. He tries to drive baseline. And we have a hold against James Curtis. That's going to be his 4th foul of the game. His 3rd in this half. That's the 7th team foul. So stepping to the line now for the 1-and-1 will be Brad Carlton. We have a 2-point game at 57-55. Only 3 minutes 11 seconds remain in the contest. Fulton County had pulled out to a 10-point lead, but Murray High has fought back to get within 2. And now stepping to the line with perhaps the game swinging in the balance is Brad Carlton. Carlton has 9 points on the night, an opportunity to reach double figures and give Fulton County back a 6-point lead. He bends the knees and puts down the dribble. First free throw's on its way. It's no good. It bounces out. Murray High's ball. They have a chance to tie the game now with 3:06 to go in the contest. Curtis walking the ball up across half court. He's being picked up by Warren. He dumps it over to Allen. Allen driving baseline, loses the ball. It's on the floor. Jerome Warren thought he had it. As it looked like it went off his fingertips out of bounds, but the officials saying it's off the hand of a Murray High player. With 2:57 to go in the ball game, Jerome Warren gets it into Elam. Elam gives it back to Warren. Warren's being guarded by Rayburn. He brings the ball across the midcourt. Warren pulls up to the top of the perimeter, drives right by Rayburn, tries to pass it inside, but he trips. They fall to the floor. On the possession arrow, it goes Murray High's way. Good call as Foster and Elam fell to the floor and both grabbed at the ball. The jump ball goes Murray High's way. Once again, Murray High with a chance to tie the game or take the lead. We're down to 2:46 in the contest. 57 to 52. 17 fouls against Murray High School in the game. Curtis gets it over to West on the near sideline. West back to Curtis. Back to West. He's looking inside, trying to get Foster. Foster's bottled up by Barnett. Warren comes out to meet Curtis. Curtis throws it to Allen on the far sideline. Allen back to Curtis. Over to West. Barnett quickly there. Foster in the high post now. Back to West. Back to Curtis. 2:26 to go in the game. Murray High can't get the ball inside. They're going to have to pop from outside. West with Carlton on it. Gives it back to Curtis. He's walking the ball towards the top of the key. Warren's there. Switches to the left hand. Dumps it inside to Jeremiah Rayburn. And we have a foul against Fulton County. That's going to be against number 35, Kurt Barnett. That's 4 on him. The 7th team foul of the half against Fulton County. And Rayburn steps to the line. He can tie the game with only 2:15 left to go in the contest. First free throw is on its way, and it's no good off the front of the iron. Rebound comes down to Elam of Fulton County. They still have the ball and the lead. Kicking down towards 2 minutes to go in the game. Carlton splits the defense. Good pass to Warren. No look pass to Chice. Shot from the corner is no good. Foster has the rebound stripped away from Elam. Put up and in. Mansell Elam. It seems like he makes a clutch play every 5 minutes on the court, and he made one there. Meanwhile, Rayburn has it down on the baseline for Murray High. Foster takes a long three. It's an air ball. Allen with a fadeaway shot from 5. It's an air ball. Finally, Curtis takes it. It's off the front of the rim, and we finally have a foul. It's going to be against Murray High School. 3 missed opportunities there to bring this game back to within 2. That foul is against number 30, Jeremiah Rayburn for Murray High School. That's his 2nd foul of the game. Stepping the line for Fulton County, Joed Chice. 59 to 55, a minute 45 to go in this contest. Murray started to claw back in after Fulton County came out to a 10-point lead. Murray has fought to within 2 at one time. They now trail by 4. Chice misses the free throw. The rebound comes down to Barnett. Fulton County's getting all the boards. Warren right by Allen. Buries a 15-footer. Jerome Warren has no conscience, but he has 20 points in the game, and he's giving Fulton County a 6-point lead. And it's kicked by Warren. We're down to a minute 32 to go in the contest. Murray High School has fought hard in this game, but they've been unable really to get James Foster and Jeremiah Rayburn going in the low post. Most of their points have come from the perimeter. Near steal by Warren as he inbounds the ball to Curtis. He swings it to West on the near sideline. Foster, cross-court pass to Allen. A long three from him is no good. Foster gets it on the rebound. We have a pushing call against Fulton County. That's going to be against number 32, Mansell Elam. Fouls are starting to mount for Fulton County now. Only the 3rd on Elam. Barnett and Warren have 4 each for them, as does Chice. For Murray High, it's Curtis with 4 points. James Foster has 3 fouls, as Curtis has 4. 6 points is the deficit with a minute 21 seconds to go in this contest. James Foster steps to the line. Foster with a quiet 12 points tonight for Murray High School, going for numbers 13 and 14. He bends the knees and lets fly the first shot. It's good. He hit it when he needed it. Murray back within 5. A minute 20 to go. Every shot and every free throw now become crucial for the Tigers, as they really can't afford to fall behind any further than they already are. Foster eyes the rim and puts down the dribble on the second shot. Strange silence falls over the crowd as the shot goes airborne. It's no good off the front of the iron. Rebound is ripped down by Barnett. He has about 15 boards tonight for Fulton County. Jerome Warren being guarded by Rayburn. As Murray High is in a 2-3 zone now. It's matchup on the top of the key. They've now switched to man-to-man. Carlton now being guarded by Rayburn. As Curtis goes to Warren. Near steal by Murray High. Jerome Warren grabs it in the backcourt, and with 57 seconds left to go, he brings it across midcourt for Fulton County. He looks like a Harlem Globetrotter, dribbling through the Tiger defense. Elam has it. They pass to Barnett. Barnett drives baseline. Now back to Elam. Murray High's going to have to foul. Only 44 seconds left to go. Chice is fouled hard by Jason West. West has 3 fouls all in this half. And stepping to the line now is Joed Chice. He bricked his last free throw. There's only 42 seconds left to go in this contest. And a 5-point ball game. He puts down the dribble on the first free throw and eyes the basket. First shot is on its way, and it's no good off the back of the iron. Rebound to Jeremiah Rayburn. He gets it in the hands of Curtis. Curtis gets it to Allen. Allen standing on the far sideline. Let's fly a 3. It's no good off the back of the iron. Jason West with a big board, but his feet are cut out from under him by Barnett, and he hit the floor hard. Key rebound by West. That's going to be a foul against Barnett. Barnett limping off the court now. That's his 5th foul. He's out of the game. He played a really good game for Fulton County, though. Barnett with 7 points, 15 boards. Coming back into the game now for Fulton County. They lose some bulk, but they don't lose any size inside as Tyrone Irvin checks into the game for the Pilots. Stepping to the line is Jason West. We're down to 33 seconds to go in the game, and Murray High is facing a 5-point deficit. West has come up big tonight. He has 8 points, 6 of them in the second half. First shot is nothing but net. He has ice in his veins as he calmly sinks the first free throw. It's back to a 4-point lead at 61-57. Curtis standing just back of the perimeter as West eyes the rim for a second shot. It's airborne. It's good. Jason West makes them both. Murray High back to within 3 at 61-58. And this is the defensive stop for Murray High that they need. Ball is passed ahead to Chice. He fires it down inside to Elam. He's standing 3 feet from the basket. And he double dribbles it. Elam tried a head fake to get Rayburn into the air, but he double dribbled. And this is it for Murray High School. 25 seconds left to go in the game. They trail Fulton County 61-58. And this is it. Into James Curtis. Curtis calls a timeout. I'll take 1, too. Tracy Ross for WSJ. The ball is triggered into Curtis. Curtis being guarded by Carlton. He crosses the timeline and drives down inside. He dumps it to West. West thinks about the 3. Now backs up to the hash mark. He picks up the dribble. Cross-court pass to Allen. Fakes a 3. Now takes a 3. Oh, it just rims out. West with the rebound. Allen with another 3. He hit it! Chris Allen hits the shot! High School has tied this game at 61. 5 seconds left to go in the contest, and Fulton County calls a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. This crowd is nuts. Chris Allen with a long 3-pointer from the corner. He missed it. It looked like the ball was going to come down to Elam, but out of nowhere came Jason West to rip down the board, pass the ball back out to Allen, who hit nothing but the twine on the follow-through. 5 seconds left to go. 61 all. This game, as I said, has been as good, if not better, than the girls' game earlier. That one won by Fulton County, 53-52. As Stacey Thomas missed a half-court heave at the buzzer by about 2 inches. Let's see if this one can have the equal dramatics here at the end of the game. It's been a duel for most of the night between Jerome Ward and Mansell Elam for Fulton County and Chris Allen and James Foster for Murray. Allen has a bushel of points tonight. He's checking in with 28 now. 28 points in the game for Chris Allen. He's buried 6 3-pointers on the night. None bigger than that one from almost out of bounds. Clutch play by Chris Allen. Murray High has life. Taking the defensive stop, we're going to have the second overtime game of the night. Murray High trying to make my work a bit harder. I hope they do. Here's the final play of the game. Murray High has West, Rayburn, Curtis, Allen, and Foster in the game. Inbounding the ball for Fulton County will be Mansell Elam. He's being guarded on the baseline of West. He gets into Warren. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. He pulls up from 30, fires it inside the Chice at the buzzer. It's 50 at the buzzer. And it's no good. The basket is no good. Joe Edward Chice, with 2 seconds left in the game, took a shot from about 5 feet that bounced off the front of the rim. Mansell Elam flew in, grabbed the ball, and in one motion slammed it home on the last play of the game. However, the clock had run out before the shot. It was a milliseconds difference. Murray High and all of its fans ecstatic. Everyone on the floor now for Murray High School. They go back into the stands. The profanities are being provided by the Fulton County fans. Murray High School is just happy to still be in it. After being down by 10 points with about 4.5 minutes to go in the contest, Murray High has sent this game into overtime with our second OT period of the night in 2 games. And folks, this one's one for the books. Already fouled out of the game for Fulton County was Kirk Barnett. That was a big loss. He provided only 7 points, but he had 15 boards on the night. And with him out of the game, Fulton County loses a lot up front. That makes Elam the principal board man and puts a lot of pressure on Jerome Warren and Elam to score almost all of Fulton County's points. In Murray High School, Jason West doesn't have the points. But in the second half, he and Chris Allen have been the heart and soul of this Murray High game. It's going to be Mansell Elam jumping center with James Foster starting this overtime period. Barnett, who normally would jump center, is sitting on the bench with 5 fouls. In the game for Fulton County, they have 3 starters in, as Carlton, Elam, and Warren are joined by Irvin and Chice. They say Foster jumped the gun on the tip. No time has expired, but the ball will be Fulton County. Fulton County will have the first opportunity to draw blood in this overtime period. Rayburn guarding Warren on the out of bounds. Warren cuts towards the basket. He's cut off by West. West fly with a 14-footer. It's no good. Foster pulls down the rebound. He gets the ball into the hands of Curtis. You can feel the tension in the air as Curtis walks the ball up the court. Curtis staring into the eyes of Jerome Warren. Warren stands just outside of the perimeter. Curtis motions for him to come on out. Fulton County's backed up into a 2-3 zone. Murray's playing the spread. Everyone is up at least to the top of the key now. Curtis running the near sideline. He's being guarded by Carlton. He gets the ball into the hands of Foster. Foster standing on the far sideline, about 2 feet inbounds. Cross-court pass is pulled down by Rayburn, and he gives it to West. West, a cross-court pass to Curtis. Curtis is picked up by Warren. Curtis standing at the far hash mark as West comes to the top of the key. He motions West back to the left elbow. He has West and Rayburn on the left elbow. Now Allen swinging around to the left sideline. Foster standing at the hash mark on the far side as West delivers the ball to him. He then passes the ball back over to Curtis. And Murray High may be playing for one shot. Near steal from Carlton. They're going to call it for the foul. That's Brad Carlton's first foul of the game, but one at a time.
You know it.
As Murray High is now going to step to the line. Once again, the well-mannered Fulton County fans expressing their displeasure at the officials' call. They've definitely made my life a lot more adventurous tonight. Maybe the FCC isn't listening. In any case, Curtis stepping to the line as the game hanging in the balance. First shot is on its way, and it's no good. It rims out. Fulton County pulls down the rebound. Murray burned a minute off the clock there in the overtime period. We're down to a minute 47 seconds left. A 61 all time. There's Jerome Warren heading down the court for Fulton County. Drives right by his man. No look pass to Elam. Elam backs it out to the near sideline. He gets into the hands of Carlton. He swings over to Chice. We have a foul called against Murray High. Chice has missed his last 3 free throw attempts, so it might be good for Murray. Number 33, Chris Allen with the foul. That's only his second. The only Murray High player in foul trouble is James Curtis. He has 4. Joel Chice stepping to the line. He's played big off the bench for Fulton County. He has 4 points all in the second half of play. No one has scored in the overtime period. We're still knotted at 61 each. First shot is good. He hit it. A big free throw there by Chice. He has 5 in the game. And this one to put Fulton County up 2. He puts down the dribble. He calmly stares at the rim and lets fly the second shot. It's good too. He got them both. Give him 6 in the game. Fulton County has reestablished his 2-point lead as the entire stadium is on its feet here. The Murray High Gymnasium is turned into a madhouse. Curtis, no look pass inside the Rayburn. He fakes the